I would like to introduce.
Wiser.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Web C here. Just having a great time. Stopping in. Hope everybody else is having a great time. Yes. Audio's doing great. Alright. I do have the live chat box open. Don't forget to live chat with us over on Web C official. So don't forget to do that. We're having a great night. Everything's going good. Welcome to the show. Today we are going to attempt to attach this to this, and we are working on the barrel of the mechanisms. So we just glued this together, so it's going to be a while. So I got that done right before the show just to help us move forward on some parts and stuff. Let's take a look at what's going on so far with this build. So what we got right here is we have an M41 that has been modified into a ghillie suit for a gunpla. And you might be wondering, how does that work? Well, it works like this. So inside of here, the Gundam fits. This will be basically a sniper rifle that sits over the Gundam. The tank holds the sniper rifle, so it pulls, it saves a bunch of damage and stuff. If the tank gets destroyed in combat, the Gundam can lift himself out of the actual device and can bring itself to a standing position inside the Gundam's frame or inside the tank's frame. And there we have it. So that's kind of what we got going on today. I just built this as well, these little hangers for the shoulder pads for this guy, or whatever mobile suit decides to sit down in here. And then the other thing I did today was I got the barrel set up. Not It's not mounted, but it's just set up. We're going to be adding things to it, creating additions and stuff, beefing this bad boy up with a couple things. So tonight we'll also do that. We'll get to working on that as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart and we're going to hollow the edges of this out, and then we'll glue it around the new barrel. I think that's going to be the plan of action that's going to work best for us. So I think we should do that first. So we're going to tip the tank to the edge of the screen, and we'll put this part right here because that's where that's kind of going to go. We don't want to forget about that. And here we go. Now we got some clean space to work. Let's move some of these little tools out of our way. All right, I got this. Hold on, I gotta get this big knife out. All right, there we go. Anyways, so welcome to the show. Don't forget to drop a line in the chat box. Say hi. Don't just sit there and watch. Um, I like to interact, you guys. So if you ever got time, come in and hang out. I know Friday night's one of those nights where it's like, oh, well, this guy must be boring. He doesn't do anything on Friday nights. Well, that's not it. I have kids, and I'd rather be home with them than out doing stuff on a Friday night. There isn't much to do, anyways. So, that's what leaves us here. Having a good time, hanging out. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. So, what we're doing first here. So this looks like it's 3D printed in sections. Like, for real, Bandai? We're also going to get rid of this. So it's like, what? All right, so as you can see, cutting it, and it's yielding to the cutting. So, yeah, so the general idea of this first is to hollow it out as best as possible, and then we're going to take a file and we're going to fine tune that hollowed out point to the part where, okay, so this barrel doesn't perfectly wrap around at the moment. Okay, so we'll just be honest about that. So, but if we have the right amount of sanding and tool usage, we can make it so it does wrap around that barrel. That's what we're working on. So if you just tuned in, now you know. You don't know, now you know. Ooh, yeah. Just, be careful, go slow, and remember your knife isn't. You don't you don't do these things with your knife. Okay, like you're just trying to peel a layer off and then another layer behind that. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you try to gouge out large chunks right away, you might make mistakes. So go with smaller little gouges and make a couple more cuts. It's okay. It really is. Um, yeah, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Bit Cloudwise tonight. He took his first steps today in airbrushing, like very small baby steps, and I'm very proud of him. He did good. He listened to directions, and he had a successful time airbrushing. So I'm very happy for him. And I look forward to seeing better airbrush products from him as he gets better and better with it. I personally think he'll get better and better. So, all right, so I got the general part of it hollowed out. So now I got tools. Don't worry, guys. I got tools. I got tools for fools. All right. So this is obviously way thicker than that, right? So I don't think we're going to use this one. Let's get some other ones. Now, this one looks appropriate. So that's kind of the idea of what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of that, just a little bit, not a lot. Keep that going. But now remember, we got this side too. We gotta get these parts cut and hollowed out over on this side now. So let's get back over here and work on this. And we'll take this until it's cut. Oh, cut on that. And this is at the working place tonight. So yeah, I know that sounds horrible. She went to work. Not here at the moment. She'll be back eventually. And then I'll give her the biggest of hugs. I know one of those days. I'll hug her. Well, I do have some tape, so I'm gonna rock some tape around this. All right. Oh yeah, camera's getting violent. All right, and that's pretty much it. You keep going until you've reached the circumference you need to get this to sit. And then you'll only know if you put it together. So that's the goal right there, is to get it to sit this way actually. So it's kind of there. Well, we're getting there. It's a slow but steady course. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be forever fast. So we just take that tool and just keep on working the coarseness out of it. Now we're gonna have to travel, and remind everybody that I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me and doing all this wonderful stuff. Uh, you're amazing people. I really enjoy it. I think this is as narrow as I can get this one. What we're gonna do next is maybe we'll maybe we'll put a piece of sandpaper to this and make it smoother, a little more narrower. Like a piece of 400. Got some 600 there. We'll waste that. So let's grab some 400. chunk of 400 right here, yeah. Stuff lasts forever, these 400 pieces. Ooh, they got good grip. Yeah. Alright.
Master Grade Wing Gundam Verka.
Let's go. Let's go.
Taking this plain old wing kit from this to this work of art.
Let's go.
This build was a task of labor and love for the hobby. Adding more wings and a premium paint job help elevate this kit to new heights. Join us at WebC Official for more spotlights and live shows.
Hey everybody, Websy here. To have your project or your company featured on Websy Official, join us on Patreon at Websy Official.
So I'm sorry I'm so quiet. I'm just working on getting this thinned down right here real quick. Oh, lots of shaking. We're just eating away a little bit at a time of this with this big thing. The big flat piece on this side. Anyways, then when we get done with that, we'll take this piece of plastic right here, wrap it around it like this. Move it all back out. Just took off a good layer, so hopefully it thickens it up when we put this piece on. The whole goal is to get this to close on nicely, where we can glue up these seams and not have any seams. So then we don't want it past here. So right there, we're gonna cut this piece off. We're gonna flush that out. Everything. We're gonna do that after we tape and paint, right? We don't want to get ahead of the schedule. That bad boy down a bit. Probably gonna paint this barrel bright silver after it's all said and done. So, Akuna Matata about the color of the barrel and everything. All right, let's try again. Let's play. All right. Here. All this dust is really going to play a benefactor to me when I do when I glue it. Then I'm going to need to get rid of all this dust. There's a lot of dust from this project. This is the barrel we're working on. The barrel. Put the barrel. Put the barrel out. Put the barrel out. Okay, so there is some like where we actually want the glue. We do actually have a spot that we want glued. Now, taking this 2 parts on, try and glue them together. Okay, and the goal is once we get them together like this, we'll sand it all down again, make them finished cuts that we need to make. Just right on that spot. Now we're gonna outside the barrel. We will make this all vanity. Right? Cover. So that's the bottom part of the barrel. All glued back together and ready to roar. This is a multifaceted piece, so we're going to want to get everything that needs pressure pressurized. We also want to make sure we're staying like,
Master Grade Wing Gundam Verka.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Taking this plain old wing kit from this to this work of art.
Let's go.
This build was a task of labor and love for the hobby. Adding more wings and a premium paint job help elevate this kit to new heights. Join us at WebC Official for more spotlights and live shows.
Hey everybody, Websy here. To have your project or your company featured on Websy Official, join us on Patreon at Websy Official.
just welcome back. Yeah, we're just still working on this barrel, having fun. And then we're working on figuring out why this doesn't sit level when we put it in. Doesn't matter, it sits more level. Oops. Straight up drop that. All right. So if I put a part in here that I could carve and cut and mold into shape to get it to cover up this awful section, I think we'll do that. About that wide. All right, that'll be perfect. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna attempt to glue this into place, and then there will be another one that'll be needed on this back panel as well. Well, we'll need one here and here as well. So let's get this bottom plate put in first. Tweezers to pick things up. I don't get a bunch of glue on my fingers, but we're still going to get some glue on them. All right, so we just want to get it in there. We want to promote for it to bond to the part. Okay. going to keep that glued on there, and we're going to come back to that. And then the barrel's glued down, so that's going to take a while to glue, and then we're going to go back and we're going to sand this all down and get it ready for paint. And then we'll paint it black and silver is what the gold paint color is going to be. So that is in works. All right. And I think that's probably going to be it for tonight. We will get to this piston sometime in the week. It's still here. It's all put together and everything. We're not in any rush for it. We had a couple other side things to work on tonight, so you got to see that firsthand, how it just can stretch you out. All right, so that's about it for the show tonight, everybody. I had a great time hanging out with everyone. I know it's a bit shorter of a show. That happens from time to time, and don't feel bad. I'm not dipping out on you because I don't want to be here. I'm dipping out because I'm dusty now, and I'm done being dusty. I don't want to be dusty. Look at me. All right. So we'll see you next time. Stay tanking. Stay